Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! My hair was being a jerk, so it's being put in ponytail jail. I was trying to do it during, like, the loading screen, but it took a bit too long. I have a lot of stuff here. I might have been buying stuff. Y'all can see the Nook shopping stuff, because, I mean, it says it right there. These, I'm gonna keep hidden for now. So, we got a thing from Gulliver. Avast, Stephen, I wanted to thank you for saving my life. I never got your number. Hope your mail is okay. You know, people still do these? Wild. Anyway, please enjoy this weird souvenir from me. Thanks again, Gulliver the Castaway. I'll get my pie and shamrock shake. A little shamrock soda. It's a shamrock shake. I'll grab that other stuff after I'm done recording today. We'll get a katana. We'll get our pie. Shamrock soda. The rock of sham soda. So, I want to work on flower paths today. Which works out, because Flick is in town. So, we'll be selling bugs to Flick. So, that just kind of works out. Just gonna put this stuff into storage. I'll put the katana in the storage, too. I mean, I'm a weeb, but I don't think I'm that much of a weeb. I'm also still pretty congested. Not as congested as I was yesterday, but I'm pretty congested. Now, turnip price. Hey, Flick. Neat. He's right there. Alright. So, I just say basically I just want to work on flower paths today, because I'm just feeling kind of, eh. And I like working on flower paths. They make me feel cozy, so that's just what I'm going to do. Oh man, the sign is free. Or I suppose in that case it'd be the school supplies are free. Alright. 66. I want the free supplies. So okay, sewing project. 430 bells, but it says free. So I'll pass on that. Unless the free sign is free. Nah, it's 500 bells. That's false advertising, boys. That's false advertising. You can't do that. You can't label something as free and then charge money for it. That's not how that works. Unless you're selling it as a sign that specifically is to say the word free, then you can do it, but living on a remote island doesn't mean you have to live life's luxuries. Shop to your heart's content with Nook Shopping. You'll earn Nook Miles. We're an internet surfer. Yeah, I got that yesterday, so. Okay. I feel like I should go around and do the daily routine stuff. And just catch, like, every bug I see along the way. Then I'll deal with flower paths. I really don't know what to talk about today. I'm very much blanking, because didn't exactly have the best night or sleep or yeah, so. Let's see here. Yeah, well, let's go say hi to Pinky. Maybe she'll give us something to talk about. Hopefully. Maybe. I can hope, right? Ooh, she's cooking. Are you cooking? Smell that? That, my bestie, is yummy stuff you're smelling. You need something? What are you making? Right now, I'm prepping a mixed fruits bagel sandwich. This recipe's from this so-called influencer that I'm not jealous of. I put my own spin on it. Yeah, I want your recipe. Sounds interesting. How do you do a bagel sandwich? Wouldn't that just be having a bagel? Alright, we gotta look at this. You guys see. Yeah, it's just having a bagel, both mixed fruits. Man, that doesn't sound bad. Maybe a few fewer fruit, though. And maybe just, like, a regular sandwich as well. Like, I don't want to come across as, like, a hater of Pinky's recipe, but, like, I'm just trying to think of, like, stuff would, like, sink down through the hole in the middle of the bagel, and that would probably be very inconvenient. And that was a lot of fruit. Like, let's poke at that again. That was apple, orange, pear, peach, cherry. So, like, apples and pears go well together. I'm not sure oranges really work on there. I will say the food in this game looks freaking amazing. I honestly want to, at some point, like, try making some real-life versions of these recipes. I know people have almost certainly done that before, and it's hardly original, but, you know. I didn't say I wanted to do it for videos, I just want to do it. I'd probably try making a video out of it, let's be honest. I don't even know exactly how I would go about doing that, because, like, our kitchen isn't exactly camera-friendly. A bit too cluttered and full of crap. As in, like, the amount of counter space that is regularly cleaned and, like, clear of just stuff is about the size of my keyboard. My keyboard, admittedly, is pretty big, but it's about the size of my keyboard. It makes doing things in the kitchen very, very annoying. Which is why in a few days I'm going to be undoubtedly cleaning the counter, at least cleaning it enough for me to comfortably make things where I will be the one in charge of making things. There we go. Got a tiger butterfly, two of them now. Can I just like, yeah I can, okay. I suppose one thing I can kind of ramble about is World of Warships related, but, so, they've recently released, or are releasing, I think it's coming out this Wednesday, the British heavy cruiser Monmouth, which is basically a Goliath with a turret ripped off of it. Goliath being the Tier 10 heavy cruiser, this will be another Tier 10 British heavy cruiser. Hey Ed, welcome to my humble castle, Chateau Ed. Latest. As we kind of bored this time of year, start thinking of ways to rebrand myself. Like, I could be a professional surfing star. It won't be easy, I'll grab my way to the top. Second thought, that sounds like work. I'll just think about doing it while I sip bubble tea. That's fair, Ed. That sounds like you. But yeah, they also have a Tier 10 heavy cruiser called Gibraltar, which is basically a Goliath with a turret ripped off of it. And when they announced Monmouth, my thought way back when they announced it was, okay, but how are you even going to make this feel different from the other heavy cruisers? Hello, Gala. Great to see you, Steven. Snorty. Let's chat. Nice to see your smile. Having fun, Snorty? Aww. I'm trying to, Gala. I'm trying. But, like, now that the ship's released, the answer is they really didn't. It's basically just, like, Monmouth is basically just Gibraltar, but with slightly more comfortable guns. And there's quite a few easy ways they could have made the ship feel very different from the others and given it more utility, but that would have made it definitively the best. So they couldn't do that because that would have made it too good. And how you do that is you give it a 10 to 12 kilometer radar with a decent duration. You know, seems pretty good to me. But that would make it just flat out better than the other two ships, and, you know, that wouldn't do. Plus, that would give us another radar cruiser, and you can't have more radar cruisers. What would think of the poor destroyers? What would they do if there was one more radar cruiser in the game? Welcome to my humble abode, darling. It's the latest. My dear, I need your opinion on something, and do be honest. When it comes to selecting a home, what is the most important thing to consider? I'd say cost. Yes, I see. And I couldn't agree more, darling. It is very important to decide how many bells one can afford to spend on one's dream home. Especially if one hopes to have bells left to spend on dream clothes, dream shoes, dream jewelry. Yeah, or just be able to afford the home in general. I know I was just rambling about warships, but... Can we just talk about how kind of screwed the world is when it comes to housing prices these days? Like, Jesus. Like, when we got this house, admittedly, it was a foreclosure, but still, it had been sitting on the market for a few years. And it was only, I think, $40,000, $60,000, somewhere in that range, because it was a foreclosure. So it wasn't even full price, but, like, it was still pretty pricey for effectively a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house with no yard. So, you know, I wish this came in black. You know, this one will work. I'll roll with this one. Could have the flashy hairpin. Nah. Go with a goatee. It's far from what I've got. Yeah, I'm good with this. I like trying to change up my outfit from time to time. If I was just playing on my own, I would literally just stick with the same outfit all the time. Like, that's just what I do in Animal Crossing. Met her other sister label yet. She comes to the island from time to time. She's got big dreams, sometimes too big if you know what I mean. But I think you'll like her. She can be a little shy around strangers, but I know that's not a problem for you. I will come again. But, like, looking at housing prices now in this area, and it was pretty common to find houses for, like, 60 to 80,000, like, even, like, six or so years ago. Looking now, there is basically nothing under, like, 300,000. And it's like, what? Where'd all the houses go? And then you look along the streets, and you go, oh, that's where all the houses went. As you see a lot of houses that used to be standalone houses having very clearly an extra door put in somewhere, where there was clearly never intended to be an extra door. And you know, yeah, that was bought and turned into a duplex or just an apartment in general. I've seen some that literally have had, like, basically had the house split into two on the ground floor, and then had the upper level also split and had two freaking add-on stairwells put on so they could add 2 doors to the upper floor to turn literally like a regular house into a 4-unit apartment. And as you might guess, the owners of these properties do not live in this town. They live in other parts of Canada. Or other countries. It's great. It's really great. Wow, it's Steven. Didn't expect to see you this morning. What a neat way to start the day. Wanna chat? What do you think? My furniture really feels like me. Except I'm still softer. It's fair. This furniture does really scream Simon, so... Like, I know this idea would probably be seen as decently controversial, but hear me out on this. There really should be some sort of law in place that basically says, unless you are constructing a new building, you can only own up to 2 properties. Because let's be honest, nobody in their right mind even directly needs 2 properties exactly. I mean, I get like vacation homes exist. I would much more rather, as much as I know there's a lot of people who would probably disagree on this, I personally would much more rather, you know, hotels get used for vacation properties, not, you know, buying up a house in a vacation town and making it so that basically nobody else can use that house, you know. There's a lot of people who could use housing. Especially where, like, a lot of vacation housing seems to be, like, generally bought up for, like, pennies on the dollar, like, when it's available, and it's like, man, just sucks. Sheldon. I mean, like, from Splatoon? He's gonna start selling guns, isn't he? Alright, Flick. I got some bugs for you. I got bugs to sell. What kind? Bagworm, a wasp, 2 common butterflies, 3 tiger butterflies, and a yellow butterfly. Ah, I'm so congested. 6,000 bells? Sounds good to me, my man. I will let you know. And, like, I know some of the prices I made mention of for, like, the price of homes might to some people even be a case of, like, man, that sounds low, but, like, keep in mind, we live in the middle of nowhere. Like, Nova Scotia, almost in its entirety, with the exception of Halifax, is effectively the boonies. You know, it's the middle of nowhere. It's redneck country. It's not exactly somewhere you would expect high housing prices. So, like, you know, that's where a lot of my frustration even just comes in, because, like, a lot of, like, it is a case of, like, yes, it is a good thing. I will not deny it. It is a good thing to have affordable housing in rural areas. And in some cases, apartments can be affordable housing. Back 10 or so years ago, yeah, you could probably get a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment around this province for like $400 to $600 a month. That's pretty affordable. That's, you know, it's still slightly more than a mortgage, but you can get that without needing to take out a massive loan and then being in debt for a while. You know, it has its perks. Now, I think the cheapest apartment I've seen recently was a bachelor's apartment for, I think it was like $950 a month for a bachelor's. It's like, you know. Let's chat, my man. Walking past Diva's house, I smelled baked ziti. My tummy's still rumbling now. Oh, she's not even home. I guess that's what she had for breakfast, whatever that is. Hello, Diva. I wonder what kind of fish I'm gonna meet today. I hope they're nice. Aww. I hope they are too. Caroline home? Caroline is not home. Okay, I have got all my fossils. Just gonna wait on this present. What we got? Throwback mitt chair. Ah. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. I could probably just sell that without any issue. I'm never gonna be using that. Okay. This is almost certainly the money rock, because I'm pretty sure I have bonked every other rock in town. And yeah, back on what I was rambling about warships, though. Like, it's so silly to me how people will go on and on and on and on and on about how unfair radar is for destroyers. I should get these fossils identified first. I know we have them all, but I do believe on average you get more bells for identifying them. I'll have to double check. So I remember there was at least one game where you get like 2,000 bells per unidentified fossil, which still is only like 8,000 bells, but I mean it's something to sell all for like that without coming in to identify stuff, but we'd want to come in for our coffee anyways. But, like, anytime a new radar cruiser is added, like, you basically get the chorus of, but think about the destroyers. How will they play the game? And it's like the same as they have been. Like, especially when it's a case of a new premium ship with a radar. You're not going to be seeing that thing very often past maybe the first day. I mean, people were losing their minds at Hildebrand, which doesn't have radar, but does have aircraft, and has pretty quick respawning aircraft with almost no HP, so almost any destroyer can shoot them down if they really decide to start loitering above you. And, like, the first couple days, you'd see it everywhere, even though it had been, like, content creators have been losing their minds over this thing. As far as tier 10 ships go, just tier 10 ships across the board, Hildebrand is in, like, it's not even in the top 100 played over the last 3 months. Yet with how everyone was going on, you would think it's the most overpowered thing ever, and how are destroyers ever gonna play the game? It's like, pretty easily, no one's playing it. Mostly because Hildebrand actually isn't all that great. It's pretty mid. Like, it's not good. Like, it's not a great ship. That's why no one's playing it. I mean, people do kind of play some of the radar cruisers, but even then, a lot of the radar cruisers don't get a huge amount of play because, in general, having that radar your ship will have something else. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell the mitt. I don't really want the mitt. Like, your ship will have something else to hold it back. Like, San Martin, the Pan American Tier 10 light cruiser. It has a radar. It's not terribly long duration. It has a really long cooldown. It only reaches 9 kilometers. And for having that radar, you have less than half the DPM of the British light cruiser, which is the same as you of having only armor-piercing ammunition. And on top of that, you don't even have remotely close to the DPM of the other Tier 10 light cruiser with a 9-kilometer radar, that being Worcester. So, like, what are you even supposed to do? You know, you're literally in the camp of you are worse than every other ship that does your same job. Why would anybody play that? And the answer to that is nobody does. Like, I honestly don't know what Wargaming was thinking with that. But they were just like, no, we need to make these things completely garbage. It's like, okay, why not, guys? Honestly, if you want to see me suffering in those Pan American light cruisers, my World of Warships series, pretty good place for that. Because I played them quite extensively on there, and I'm probably, like, that series isn't over. It's just on, like, hiatus for now. Because Monster Hunter Wilds, I want to keep playing through that. I hope I'll even be able to, like, bring myself to play that today. I am not doing great mentally. So I'm just like, I just want cozy flower path time. I'm gonna, like, use all my grown flowers, and then I might come in here and just buy some more flowers as well. So like, I'm basically just gonna clear out paths, recreate my little, like, flower field lines, little flower farms, and then go from there. But, like, some of the strongest radar cruisers in World of Warships are things like Petropavlovsk, which, saying that is a strong radar cruiser is a bit of a misnomer. It is a strong cruiser that just so happens to have a radar. Its radar is crap. Good range, 12-kilometer range, but it only has, I think, like a 12-second duration, which might sound like a lot to someone who's never played warships before. And it also may sound like a lot because, like, it's a cruiser, so probably has a pretty fast reload, right? Yeah, no. Petropavlovsk has like a 16-second reload. You get basically one salvo out of your own radar of shooting at something you yourself have just now spotted. As a drawback of this, your stock detection range before any reductions is like 16, 17 kilometers. Your detection is worse than some battleships. Like, it's a bit ridiculous what Petropavlovsk has to deal with. Puerto Rico is another radar cruiser with larger detect than its radar range, but at least it has a decent 10-kilometer radar. It is just 10-kilometer, but it's still decent. Yeah, I want my my metal axe. So, you know, there's that going for it. But, like, it is very much a case of, you know, Petro is a good cruiser that just happens to have a radar. It's not a good radar cruiser. Like, I think, honestly, the only two ships at Tier 10 that come to mind that I would call good radar cruisers are Alexander Nevsky, which is the Russian light cruiser. I didn't think of that. I need to make space so I can... I need like 2 inventory spaces. It's like, it's Alexander Nevsky and Brisbane. Brisbane's a premium, technically special ship. So, at tier 10, you've got effectively 2 good radar cruisers. There are definitely some passable radar cruisers, but you've got effectively 2 good radar cruisers. Those being ones that could actually realistically catch a destroyer off guard. Because it's not really enough to just manage to radar a cruiser, not a cruiser, a destroyer. If that destroyer knew you were there... Nah, I don't really want... I want them to go along right here. Like, if the destroyer knew you were there, you're probably not going to easily be able to radar. And if you do get your radar off on them, well, it's probably not going to be terribly effective, because unless they're dumb, they're not going to be getting close enough to you to actually let you reliably radar them. Okay, the cliffside's gonna have flowers. It'll be like the other side of this path, because this is too wide, right? No, wait. I can put flowers along here and it'd still be too wide. Neat. Okay. Let's go continue gathering up some flowers. I should put more things away into my storage. Like, it's just silly how the warships community gets around radar ships. And I'm pretty sure I've done that little rant before, too, because, like, it annoys me of just how underserved cruisers are in warships. Because, like, here's also a thing. It's like, Alexander Nevsky being basically the best radar cruiser in Tech Tree. That thing was released 5 years ago. Since its release, we have gotten 1 new tech line of cruisers with radars. And that's the Pan Americans. And they don't got good radars. Like, that's what radar cruiser players are, well, just cruiser players in general, are having to deal with in warships. Meanwhile, in that time, not only has the number of overmatched battleships for cruisers specifically increased to the point where there are more of them than one's cruisers can bounce, but the amount of high-powered, high-stealth destroyers has also dramatically increased. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, people want to go on about the power creep in warships. A lot of that power creep is, like, not where they think it is. Because you see a lot of people being like, oh man, such and such a new line of cruiser, they have rapid fire guns, so power creeping these other cruisers. Like, no, it's Those other cruisers definitely are still good. It's just no cruiser is good enough anymore. So, like, the power creep in the game, like, I've seen people be like, oh, carriers brought on so much power creep. It's like, nah, man. The carrier rework nerfed carriers. It undid a lot of that power creep that carriers were dealing with, because, like, it was very much a case of under RTS carriers. As much as I do miss them. Like, one, there really wasn't a way for Wargaming to add a new line of carriers and have them actually be substantially different from the carriers we already had. There just wasn't a way. Like, there was only two types of attack squadron, of torpedo and dive bombers. And they'd already basically, like, they had a torpedo-focused carrier line and a bomber-focused carrier line. Like, what else can you do when you've only got those two types of squadrons? Like, you could make one that's even better at one of those things, but, like, that feels like it kind of defeats the purpose of the multiple lines already. Like, that would just be power creep. Okay, this tree's gotta go. Whoops. Just gotta make sure no bees. I don't want no bees. Yeah, I could leave this stump. Leaving the stump here would be fine. I need to get rid of that pear tree. And probably this tree, too. Is that? Yes, that is. Okay. I thought I saw it earlier, but I wasn't sure. I should... I could just dig up the trees, but... I'll chop them down. I could probably leave that as a stump, but this definitely needs to go, so... Okay, need more flowers again. I might get rid of that stump. I don't know yet. Yeah, like, it is also just really funny how, like, we did recently get a new line of pretty okay light cruisers in warships, the Dutch light cruisers. Well, these Dutch light cruisers basically are pretty okay because they have decently rapid-fire guns, can pen 32 millimeters of armor. They have airstrikes that pen 34 mils of armor, which is, it's pretty nice. Take this row out, or do I want these ones, because these are hybrids. Give me these. I need these hybrids. Need these hybrid cars. And like, when those cruisers were announced, everyone started losing their minds because how are battleships gonna play through all that high explosive spam, and they're gonna be so like game-breakingly overpowered? And it's like, guys, even with their legendary commander, these Dutch light cruisers are just kind of okay. They're not amazing. We have better high explosive spammers in the game already. Like, going back to it, Worcester. Worcester is a better high explosive spammer. The only thing these Dutch light cruisers have up on a Worcester is their access to an airstrike. That is the only thing. Because Worcester does not get one. At the same time, though, like, Worcester gets so much more in terms of, like, damage output. It's almost ridiculous how much more damage output Worcester gets compared to the new Dutch light cruisers. But oh no, they're so overpowered. They're so overpowered that, like, even though they just released to be researched, like, last Wednesday, you already kind of don't see them anywhere. Which, you know, is a clear sign that they're just so overpowered that, you know, people feel bad and don't want to play them. Yeah, that's it. You know, people aren't playing them not because they're not overpowered, but because people feel bad. Yeah, if that's how it actually worked, it might actually be bearable to play cruisers. But it's not. People play busted ships. They play overmatched battleships all the time. So, like, that argument doesn't really hold any weight. I should check the turnip price. I want to finish that little flower path, but I mean, I'm right here. I could also just buy some flowers. It's so much easier to just buy them. I'll just do that. Alright, what do we got for turnips? Turnips for what? 62. Okay. Not great. Considering we bought for 110. Let's see, what we got. I think I'm planting tulips over there. No, it's lilies I'm planting. Can't buy lilies. I'm gonna take white and red tulips. I'm gonna buy 10 of each. That's probably not enough, but it might be. So. Let us see. Man, a let us see would be very, very weird. All those leaves just bobbing around. That'd be an experience. Let's actually move these over here. That way it's just easier to get between them. So I wish to alternate. Apparently I'd completed a thing. Okay, this is enough. It does widen out right here, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Now, I'm pretty sure I still have, like, one, like, house I can put down. So, like, I'll decide later how I want the extra, like, any extra roads to go. For now, let's just find somewhere to plant these flowers, these tulips. Plant these tulips. It's like I still need to put like all of over here still needs to be mapped out. Because like I need to do a yard, which basically means the road is gonna be going up like right here. Because of the bushes, or I could have the road turn up like right here to get the serranos, and I honestly don't know. So I think what I will do, I got tulips. Let's just put the tulips up here. Just tulip, tulip, tulip. More tulips. Bam. Tulips. We've not found our bottle today. Pretty sure I've been all along this beach. I do have a bee. I could sell Flick a bee. It's not really worth it. Maybe if I had a few more bugs. I just really wasn't catching many. Guess it's along our beach. There's Caroline. Hey girl. Maybe it's the weather or something, but I'm not in the mood to be alone. I could use a little company. Do you have to have me over for a short visit? Sure. I mean, I'm not really in the mood for that either, so it works out, you know. Welcome. Thanks for having me, Hula. No problem. This isn't much, but I hope you'll accept this gift. It's a shirt. A guide shirt. Aww. So something to say thanks for having me over. And I guided her here. Okay, is this the kind of visit where she wants to see all the rooms? She is going to be so disappointed in this room if she does. Oh, yep. Welcome to Casa de Turnip. Hey, it might be fun if we played a game together. What do you think? Sounds great. High card, low card. Parka undercoat. Alright. What are you drawing? 3. So it's probably going to be higher. It'll be higher. 36. Bam. I do kind of like high card, low card. It's a bit fun. Alright, we'll talk again here. Guess it's true that you can make a statement with your wall or window decorations. I like what you've done around here. Mind if I borrow some of your ideas? Yeah, go ahead. They're a bit holographic, but, you know. That's pretty normal, right? Having holographic walls? Welcome to the bathroom. Yeah, I'm working on it. This is the bathroom. See, we got the toilet, and we got your encouraging buddies. And a skull to remind you what happens when you don't use the toilet properly. Some cacti, because you always need plants in a bathroom. Toiletry rack up there. It's pretty nice. Because, I mean, what's a bathroom without buddies to encourage you? Back here, we have the very bare-bones kitchen that I need to work more on. Thinking of redecorating soon, and I'm studying what you've done with your place to give me ideas. Yeah, this probably isn't the best room to use for that. It's pretty basic, bare-bones. There's not really much going on. There is the comfy rug. I will give the rug is pretty comfy. So you gonna enjoy the rug? Okay. She has enjoyed the rug. And this is the Valentine's room, which doesn't have much in it, but this place feels so comfortable. This feels so comfortable that I may never go home. I hope you know I'm just kidding. Promise I'd never overstay my welcome, at least on purpose. Oh, it's fine. I mean, I've got extra rooms. You can move in. I don't mind. You have the whole town living in my house. Probably could at this point. And now we just kind of wait. She go plop. Read a book. You know, I do got enough miles stuff to, Oh, it was for planting flower seeds. I was like, what did we manage to do after that long of it? We've caught 101 bugs. We're a weak grub. We got anything else? Nope. We got some stuff going on in our Critterpedia. I mean, there's a lot of this I just haven't looked at. We got like the snail, the bagworm, the centipede, the pill bug, the wharf roach, the citrus longhorned beetle, the tiger beetle, the ladybug, stink bug, mantis, orchid mantis, honeybee, the wasp, the evil little things, moth, the Raja Brook butterfly, the paper kite butterfly. It's not aware this thing was not around in March. Why March? There's probably something to that. Yellow butter, tiger butter, peacock butter, emperor butter. That is a weird time for it to not be around, but it's fine. We got all these fish, and there's so much. Oh, she moved. She's sitting there now. But you're proud of this room, aren't you? It's really nice in here. Aw. I mean, it's all right. No, I wouldn't say I'm proud of it, but it's pretty all right. So here's where you sleep at night. You make a little more sense to me now I can see how you live. Yeah, I mean, I sleep on a futon. I mean, it's honestly probably the closest bed in Animal Crossing to my real bed. So, I mean, you know. And also something I feel like I would really enjoy, because I kind of like sleeping, like, directly on the floor. So, like, you know. Can I put things into storage while I'm here? I can. I can also try these on. You know that? Not bad. Guide shirt isn't bad either. But I won't wear this for now. I'll put the pears in storage. May as well. Soup. Make the soup. Look at that. Nothing's cozier than a fireplace. I always wait too long to turn up the heat. But I bet you keep it nice and toasty when it's chilly outside. I mean, I keep it toasty for me. It just doesn't tend to be toasty for other people. I've shown her every room. I don't know what she's waiting on. I guess maybe she might not have, like, flagged being up here. Hey. Guess it's true that you can make a statement with your wall and window decoration. It's very basic. But I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you. I just don't want to, like, kick her out. I want to wait for her to be like, hey, I'm good to go. I guess she must be as lonely as I am. So, it works out. There she goes. Guess we should probably wrap it up. It was a lot of fun today. Bye-bye. See you again sometime soon. See ya, hula. Okay. I don't want to mention for reference of, like, I've got friends to talk with. It's just, like, none to really talk with right now. So, like, feeling a little lonely. Yeah, where am I gonna sit to end things off? Because we have been going for quite a while now. I kind of want to plonk my butt down in Diva's garden. Pretty nice little garden she got going on here, so. Plonk. So, with that, that will be it for today. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then. And now on this end card, I would like to ask if you liked the video, hey, could you hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? That'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.